FatGuyFliesRC, and something bigger than me. Going to take up this tiny UMX glider. What do y'all say? All right, going to take up the Fox. I think it's actually 3.3 meter, well over 9 feet.
Motor is lean and this Fox will bind.
Power glider. Okay. Wind is coming out that way, so. Yeah. You just let her go. Get her up over half throttle and let her go.
I don't think I'll have a hard time keeping track.
No, you shouldn't have a hard time keeping up with her. Has a natural rise. That's okay. Easy flying plane. Take it out. I mean, that's about 8 throttle right there. And just so you know, I'm in my high rates, timer set for 10 minutes, and we'll come back with probably 50% left on the battery.
Time remaining 9 minutes.
I wonder if I can get a snap roll. Yeah. That's scary and fun at the same time. Motor's off. All right, let's bring it right down the runway. Low and slow. See if I can actually do a touch and go with this glider. Well, too fast.
Landing flaps.
No, don't want to do it.
Flaps are up.
I mean, I could have powered out of that, but I don't want to run the risk. Again, if you can approach a plane from behind, make sure you do. I'm going to stay underneath this thing for shade. It's so little. Such a tiny little UMX 1-cell glider. Times 6 times that. All right. Make sure my pins are all the way forward and everything.
Motor is lean and this Fox will bind.
Motor back on. Okay. Yeah, just lean into it. Get up over half throttle, lean into it. All you gotta do.
Time remaining 8 minutes.
All right, let's do what the name says. Glide. Let's just stay parallel with me, okay?
Okay.
I know, hard to do. So graceful.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
All right, let's bring it in for a landing.
Landing flaps. Fox's nice motor is off.
Yeah. But believe it or not, she actually breaks down pretty small. Pretty darn small. I got one more takeoff and one more landing and we're done. Dan, y'all stay out of your way. Okay. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, she's not small. All right, gotta have.
Motor is lean and this Fox will bite.
Yeah, you gotta have the motor on in order to get it to work.
Low rates 70.
Whoa,
High rates 100.
that could have been bad. But I'm getting tired, for one thing.
Well, you're lugging this thing around.
Yeah. I don't have a gyro in her.
Land time remaining 6 minutes. Flaps are up.
Just staying kind of high. Low and kind of slow. All right, Daddy, I'm going to land left to right.
Right to left.
Oh yeah, right to left, sorry.
Landing flaps.
One of them directions. All right. And that is how you do it.
Fox Fox's nice motor is off.
All right, let's take it back to the bench. We'll talk about it. All right, now we still had 5 minutes and 37 seconds left on a 10-minute timer, but we'll go over that in just a minute. Flying rates, I don't have AS3X, it just has a regular telemetry-enabled receiver, but no self-leveling, no AS3X. Ailerons were 100%, 30% expo. Elevator, 100%, 30% expo. And rudder, you guessed it, 100%, 30% expo. Let's go over my flaps, which work real well. It does rise a little bit with the flaps down, with the landing flaps, but that's okay because that gets me to hold in my elevator a little bit to guide her in. That gives me a little more control because with this particular plane, having to hold in the elevator as she comes in with the flaps down feels good to me. It has like a positive control. I feel like I'm in better control of the plane. So instead of relying on the mix. So I don't have a mix. It could use one, but I don't have one. Flaps up or 0%, takeoff or 50%, landing 100%.
Flaps are up.
Okay. Now, Gable, you'll have to come up here. I'm going to straighten the plane. I want to show a few features of the plane. Number one, how big the battery bay is. I'm running an AR6610T Spectrum receiver with the antennas going at diversity, going 90 degrees from each other. And remember, I still had 5.5 minutes left on a 10-minute timer, but the motor was off some of that. Still got 51%. So 10 minutes is fine on a 5. Now this is actually a 5200. Okay, this is an HCL SMC pack. They're 8CL packs. Okay, and it would have absolutely zero problem. These packs are good packs, and that's it right there. That's the HCL. This is their new generation of their regular lipos. You charge these at a regular 4.2 rate. They're good, reliable lipos. All right, but that's where I have the 5000 there back. Okay. But what I wanted to show you is one of the reasons people don't buy this plane is because of its size and how big it is. You think, well, how on earth am I going to transport that? I don't have I had a rubber band in my pocket. You need to put a rubber band to hold your blades down. But breakdown of this plane couldn't be easier. Okay, could not be easier. If you're going to have a plane stand like this, take the canopy off. Okay, so that the front of this is kind of flat. Okay, ouch. Hit it with your head at least once or twice. That's just for good luck. Part of the deal.
Very important.
Oh yeah, very important. You know, very important. You always got to hit yourself. And when you're putting planes together, always drop a screw. You know, lose a screw. You always got to have a screw loose. All right, there's 2 pins here. You're going to squeeze them together and slide your wing off. Okay. There's no ribbon connector. It has an automatic connection. So slide your. Now, be prepared to hold your. This one, the spar is coming out with it. That's okay. Okay. That spar does come out. It's just stuck in there. Okay, but make sure you hold on to that wing. Now, this doesn't have the support in there. And slide this one out. Pull them pins. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, and then that goes out. Okay. Now.
Lead rates 85.
Yes, I know.
High rates 100.
There's your glider. Now, you can pull this pin here, and then this tail will rotate, and then you unplug. You got your plug-in for your rudder and your elevator, and there's a regular snap-in, but I leave the tail on. But you couldn't break this down to where you only have this section here to deal with. So you could put it in a smaller vehicle when you break it all down, put the seats down and stuff. But there you go. This is where I keep this one. I keep it like this. I usually have a rubber band. It's at the back of the thing. So I store this in the corner of my man cave, just like that. and then I take both the spar, which is basically a martial arts club. I stand it right there like that, and then I take the one wing and I put it just like this, and I take the other wing and I put it just like this, okay? And it just stands in the corner of the room. So really, it doesn't really take up that much room. And it is designed for you to break it down like that. All those connections, those points of entry are all nice and hardened and ready and meant for that. So just so you're aware. Well folks, thank you so much for watching. That was my second time I've ever flown. I think it's the second, maybe third. Second or third, I don't really remember at this point. Of flying the Fox Glider 3 millimeter, actually over 9 feet in wingspan. It's tiny. So, all right, well, thank you for watching. God bless y'all. Gabriel, thank you for filming. God is good. Merry Christmas, and God bless y'all. Bye-bye.